Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a Valentine's Day tutorial and I hope you enjoy. So I've already filled in my eyebrows and it's the same kind of routine that I used in my Glam Brow tutorial, so I'll leave that link in the description box below. And now I'm just going to prime my lids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden as always, and then blending that in with my Zoeva concealer buffer brush. So now I'm just setting that primer in place with Vanilla Bean from Geek and just patting that all over the lid all the way up to the brow bone. So I just want to apologise for the audio in this video. I didn't bring my microphone with me away, so I'm using the voice recorder on my phone, so if the quality is poor then that is the reason. I'm sorry about that. But for the first crease shade, I'm going in with Chickadee from Geek, and I'm sure this is the Sigma E35. I will actually leave all the brushes that I use linked in the description box below because I can't remember them off the top of my head. But yes, so I'm just buffing that into the crease and blending it out with a clean Sigma E40. So this is the brush I always use to buff out the edges of my crease colours. So I'm just doing that. So I'm just going back in with some more of that Chickadee shade and just building up the intensity of that in the crease, because I want this colour to really show through the other shades that I'm going to be applying later. For my next crease shade, I'm going with Tan Lines, also from Geek, and I'm sure this is the Zoeva Luxe crease brush. I think it's number 228, and I'm just buffing that into the crease a little bit lower down than Chickadee. I still want that kind of warm orange shade to kind of show through, but yeah, I wanted to just build up this kind of warm light brown shade in the crease and then focus it on the outer corner as well. And then I'm just going in with the Sigma brush that I used to apply Chickadee and just blending out the edges just to make sure everything is completely blended. So when I like to apply my eyeshadow, I like to go back in with the brushes I've already used in my crease just to make sure everything's blended. So you'll see that a lot in all my tutorials, not just this one. So I'm really focusing this shade on the outer corner just to build up a bit of depth in that outer corner, because obviously I'm going to add a bit more darkness later, but I do want the outer corner to be darker than the inner corner. Next I'm going with Cabin Fever, also from Geek, on this is a brush from Real Techniques actually. It's a Bold Metal 300 brush or something like that. I'll leave the exact number down below, but it's called the Tapered Shadow Brush. So I'm just really focusing this shade on the very outer corner just to again add a little bit of depth. This is the darkest shade that I'm going with for this look, so I'm really just packing it on and making sure it's as dark as I possibly can get it. And then I'm just doing the exact same on the other eye. Again, building up the colour in layers. I don't want to blend it too heavy on the first layer, but to build up that depth you need to go in with a little bit of product a couple of times just to make sure that the depth of the shadow is there. And as always, going back in with some previous crease brushes and make sure that is all blended together. Next, to cut the crease, I'm going with a Maybelline Colour Tattoo in the shade Creme de Nude. I saw this featured in one of Rachel Lee's videos and she said it was a dupe for one of the MAC paint pots, and believe it was in the shade Soft Ochre. So I'm just taking that on a eyeliner brush from Real Techniques and just cutting the crease. I'm not going all the way to the outer corner because, as I said, this is a half cut crease look, so I'm taking it just halfway across the eye and then just blending that colour tattoo all across the lid. Next I'm taking one of Geek's foiled shadows in the shade Grandstand and then packing that all over where I place the colour tattoo. So I'm just taking that on a flat shader brush from Zoeva. I'll leave the exact number and everything listed in the description box below. But I'm just packing that all across the lid as my lid shade. Although this isn't that important and I'm going to be adding glitter on top. But if you're wanting to go for a more subtle look, then you can just leave it at this foiled shadow since it's such a gorgeous shade. but obviously I wanted to be a little bit extra and just add some glitter on top. Talking about glitter, the glitter I decided to use for this look is Oprah from Lit Cosmetics. So I had a bit of trouble trying to find this in the UK because they used to stock it in Beauty Bay, but now there's like some brand restrictions and it doesn't ship to the UK anymore. But I have found the Lit Cosmetics glitters on Beautylish, which is an amazing website that you can find so much makeup, and the prices are in US dollars, but it does ship to the UK. I've never done it myself, so I'm not really sure what the shipping procedure is like, whether you're going to get charged like customs or duties and things like that, but I do know that you can get the full Lit Cosmetics range on their site, as well as many other brands like Jouer and RCMA, which is another thing because the RCMA no colour powder is also restricted on Beauty Bay at the moment, so that is a good site to find that powder if you're looking for it. But yeah, so that's where I found the Lit Cosmetics glitter, and that is the link that's going to be in the description box below. Next I'm going in with some more of that Cabin Fever shade on the same brush, just to re-intensify the outer corner, since a little bit of that darkness was lost when we applied the lid shade and the glitter. And I'm also taking a little bit just carefully to blend the lid shade and the outer corner together so that the line isn't too harsh and that it's all seamlessly blended. For my brow bone highlight, as usual, I'm going with Nylon from MAC and just on a fluffy shader brush and just applying this to the brow bone. And then just blending that together with the shades in the crease with the Sigma E40 I used earlier. Now onto skin, I'm taking the L'Oreal Lumi Magique primer and just applying this all over my skin and blending it in with a contour brush from Real Techniques. This is one of their dual fibre brushes, and I love to use this to apply primer. Now for lashes, I'm taking my favourite lashes, which is no surprise to any of you, is See Through from Velour lashes. For foundation, I decided to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation, and I'm in the shade 1.5. This is a really great foundation. I love the matte finish. There's just one thing to watch out for: it oxidises quite a bit, so it does go a bit darker once it's dried. But I'm just blending that into the skin with a contour brush from Real Techniques. This is a bit fluffier, and it's the first time I've ever used a brush like this to apply my foundation, but I really liked the effect that it gave my skin. For concealer, I'm going in with my trusty Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla and just applying this underneath my eyes and blending it in with my Beauty Blender. Set my face and add a little bit of illumination back to my skin after using the matte foundation. I'm taking the Bobbi Brown Noon Finish Illuminating Powder in the shade Porcelain and just using that to set all that foundation in place. And then baking underneath my eyes using the RCMA No Colour Powder. For contour, as usual, I'm taking the Makeup Geek Contour Powder in the shade Breakup and taking this on my Sigma F05 small contour brush. So now I'm just dusting off that bake and now it's time for blush, and today I decided to go in with the Makeup Geek blush in the shade Main Squeeze and just applying this all over my cheeks using, what brush is this? It's the cheek brush from Real Techniques. Now for my favourite part, highlight, I'm taking the shade Bubbly from the That Glow kit from Anastasia and just applying this to my cheekbones with the Real Techniques setting brush. I'm also taking that same highlight shade on the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow. To highlight my inner corners, I'm going back in with Nylon from MAC on a smudger brush from New Techniques and just patting that on the inner corner. Now it's time to finish off the eyes, so I'm taking tan lines from Makeup Geek on a pencil brush from Zoeva and just applying this to the lower lash line. Then I just blended that out with my clean Sigma E40, and now it's time for the last step in my eyes, and it is applying mascara to my lower lash line. So I took Benefit Lower Lash Mascara, and that is my eyes done. Now for lips, I decided to go for a nice pinky shade to complement the rose gold eyes. So I took Angel from MAC and just applied that all over my lips. And then I just topped that off with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. All that's left is to set my face with some MAC Fix Plus, and that is the makeup complete. So I'm really happy the way this look turned out. I loved this eye look, it is gorgeous, and I really hope you enjoyed it too. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!